We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start him, and right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd and 12, Tua. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch. A signal for and taken. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And he is going to have the Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They go play action with Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 7, Tua buying time to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. To throw is Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll find Hall. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's Wilson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Wilson. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Back to the ground with Hall. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Big stop, let's go.
Check 50, check 10. Check 3.
On third down, here's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think of this game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, here's Tua. And a throw right sideline is complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, set. 60 red. 60 red. Ultra.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Play action. Now Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Flush to his right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Sanders now to kick this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A give running right is Hall. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 34. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he's got room. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Ready, break. Don't alter.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that
not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 34.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Let's put that people on the clock. 29 is the mic. Bravo! And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 29 is the mic.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Elijah Moore.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Santos with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And going deep for Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
in order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The Jets on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line. To a fast pass outside complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Franklin Myers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball. These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Tua going to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Tua. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, open man is Uzama. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. One last shot for Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?